James Lyng High School. This was the school. They came from Villemard, they came from St. Henry, they came from the Point, they came from Griffintown, they came from the old Goose Village in the early days too, and of course they came from lower NDG. Basically everybody who came to this school came from below some track. And what was amazing about this school is because all of us grew up in these working class neighborhoods, and each of these neighborhoods were sort of enclaves in themselves, and it was the first time for many of us to meet other people and meet other nationalities when we came to this school. So for example, for the Italians in Villemard, it was the first time we came across a lot of Irish people, and I'm not sure what it was like for the other neighborhoods, but it was the first time that kids came together. A lot of the turf wars that used to exist before in the neighborhood sort of transferred themselves over here, and so this became, there were battles, I remember, between the Irish and the Italian, of course, and there was, I think there were some battles in between, like the people from, let's say, the Point or Villemard or NDG, or I'm not sure how that really went down. You have to speak to the boys, because I was a girl and I wasn't involved in those fights, obviously. The girls were in the bathrooms because we used to want to have to put on the makeup, because what we used to do is we'd go to school and many girls weren't allowed to wear short skirts, so they'd have to pull them up when they came to school, and they'd put on their makeup and do all that in the bathroom, and then present themselves to class, and then do the reverse process before they went home. Come on, let's go to school. Go in the classroom? Come. These were the classrooms. Well, they weren't exactly the classrooms, because when we were here, the windows didn't open. This is actually a really modern school when it was built. It was really fascinating. Of course, the windows didn't open, so we sweat like crazy in these rooms. But these classrooms were filled with maybe 30, 35 kids. I don't really know how the teachers did it. I spoke to Mr. McCambridge earlier, and he was saying that there was a camaraderie amongst the teachers here that was unbelievable, that he never had experienced in any of the other schools. And you got to understand, a lot of these teachers, when we were here in the late 60s and in the 70s, they were just fresh out of school, so they couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 years older than we were. And to come into these classes and to handle 30 kids, really kudos to the teachers. They obviously really cared for us. They weren't in it for the money. They were there because they really cared about what they were doing. That's it for the classroom. No, the washrooms don't have doors. The washrooms are awesome.
What do you mean they don't have doors?
You ever see the washrooms here? Come. Oh, the nicest one is downstairs, when we go downstairs. No, it's true. This building, okay, they built it in what? What did they build it? Late 60s, I think, right? Anyways, it's super modern, because you gotta, to this day, I still think it's amazing, because if you're in an inside classroom, you see outside, you see the little piazza area, you see the cafeteria. Outside, you see the street. The whole concept, the lockers used to be all different colors, but you gotta see these, the washrooms are fabulous. You know? I mean, they don't look fabulous anymore, but you know. See? The washrooms don't have doors. Like they're all like this.
Oh, yeah.
You just go in.
Like by tent, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite, okay, this is a boys' washroom.
Okay.
It's the one that, the nicest one is the girls' one downstairs. But it doesn't matter, you get the idea. But at least the air, you know, it's your moment. Come.